and Supreme Court is going to have to resolve it for us. Kilo deba itori Ọlọ́run, and it's very easy. Pure and simple. That is going to be another top story you're going to be hearing soon too. And I want to tell you this. That fake court judgment yesterday, as much as the judge denied, well, they said they are going to go back to court and challenge it. Apapa and Co, they are hell-bent, strong-willed, determined, right, to do as much and wreck as much damage, wreckage that they can wreck until, just maybe until, right, there will be no court case, or there will be no case to even stand for in court anymore. But here is what the guy who has been under the whole thing, Abure himself, here is what he had to say when the suspension on his executive, the one that Pampas, then Arabambi and the rest are using with the media all this while, especially the one that Arabambi himself gave a press statement yesterday, right? Abure, after being declared not suspended anymore, is free to parade himself as the chairman, and his response, I think we should listen to it. You know me, I like listening to them. And most importantly, listening to what they have to say and how they are saying them. I pick words and kind of make my own conclusion afterward. Abure, few minutes.
Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. You can address us.
A World Press Conference addressed by Barrister Julius Abure, National Chairman, Labour Party, on the 18th day of May 2023 at the National Secretariat of our party. It has become imperative for me to address this press conference to properly put the legal issues surrounding the leadership of the party in their proper perspective. It is pertinent to state categorically and clearly that the Labour Party has no faction in the party. Labour Party has only one leadership, and that leadership is the National Working Committee that is led by me, Barrister Julius Abure. Recall that some few members of the National Working Committee boggled themselves into the office and appointed themselves, precisely 4 of them, as officers of the party, acting upon a restraining court order, an ex parte order granted by the FCT High Court. A careful look at the originating summons, which is pending before the High Court of the FCT, the suspended deputy chairman of the party, Apapa Lamidi Bashiru, and his cohorts were asking the courts that upon granting their reliefs in the final judgment, to direct NEC to appoint interim national officers for the party. Out of their own desperation, they are no longer patient enough to wait for the outcome of the final judgment, but employed self-help and appointed themselves as national officers of the party. However, our objection to the court's jurisdiction was overruled by Justice J. Moazu of the FCT High Court on the 12th of May 2023. On the same day, we filed a notice of appeal. And then on Wednesday, 17th May the appeal was entered at the Court of Appeal, and the appeal number is CA ABJ CV/559/2023. We have also filed our appellant brief of argument, which has been served on the courts, on the trial courts. By necessary implication, the FCT High Court in Maitama ceases to have jurisdiction over the matter, having successfully filed our notice of appeal, transmitted records, and also filed a motion for stay of proceedings in the FCT High Court. The matter is now on the course list of the Court of Appeal, and so what the High Court judge is expected to do in the circumstance is to adjourn the matter sine die. It is worthy of note that in 2021, in the case of Suleiman against APC, reported in Nigeria Weekly Law Report 2023, the Supreme Court overturned the decision of this same Justice Muazu, who wrongly assumed jurisdiction in the case involving the APC in the same circumstances, in the same manner. His decision was jettisoned by the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court. You can avail yourself of that law report and see the details of it. This report, no doubt, was communicated to the judge for him to be well guided in this same matter. However, surprisingly, he went ahead and also assumed jurisdiction on this matter. However, having appealed and filed a motion of stay and all other processes, and since the lower court is now seized with jurisdiction on the matter, I and my colleagues, earlier restrained by the FCT High Court, have now assumed our constitutional duty as national officers of the party. And from henceforth, we shall continue our good work, which we have been doing for the party and for the nation. We have maintained severally, and we wish to put on record, without sounding immodest here, that under my leadership, the party has been taken from grass to grace. We have elevated the status of this party. We have made it the #1 opposition party in Nigeria. Since the history of this party, this is the first time under my watch, under my leadership, that we will have a sitting governor, or that we'll be having the governor that will be sworn in, 35 House of Rep members, 8 senators, and all others are coming. We have succeeded in redefining the political landscape in the country. The 2023 general election was a different election altogether, and it's as a result of the participation of Labour Party, and it's as a result of the quality and qualitative leadership that this National Working Committee under my leadership have provided. Before the 2023 general election, there was no fundamental difference between all other political parties. Hence, Nigerians didn't have alternative. But with the coming on stream of the Labour Party under our leadership, Nigerians saw an alternative opposition political party. And I'm sure that's why all progressive Nigerians, all right-thinking Nigerians, all those who meant well for the country, no doubt, supported the Labour Party to victory in the last election. When we started the battle for the 2023 general election, people laughed at us that we were just 4 people tweeting from a room. They described Labour Party as a party that had no structure. Even with all the manipulation of the results, with all the rigging of the results, the result declared by INEC showed clearly that in the presidential election, we won 12 states clearly, and PDP won 12 states clearly, and APC had 13 states. It has never happened in the political history of Nigeria, and that happened under my watch. And therefore today, I and my colleagues that attained that feat have bounced back to continue the good work that we are doing. I want to use this opportunity to reassure Nigerians that we will not be discouraged by the actions of detractors. We have put our hands on the plow to liberate Nigeria and ensure that there's a better Nigeria. This lead.
So yeah, he's kind of asking you to give him his flower. All this happened, and when they were happening, you never had anyone call Apapa or Arabambi or anybody anywhere. So while you were watching that, I was telling my friends on TikTok, I said, in my own lifetime, not too long ago, it was like majority of you who claim to love Nigeria publicly then, not too long ago, just a few years back, you were saying that the only thing that will ever make you to participate in anything political, whatever in Nigeria is, number one, if none of the corrupt criminals is running for office, and if there is any other political party that is different from PDP, APC, that everybody should go and look for a third force. So, I mean, it was quite so easy then, easy way out. Sure, you remember? Easy way out, and then they will say, if another party come now to just send PDP and APC away, another party can't come, Peter Obi and his people. Today, those who said PDP and APC are the problem of Nigeria, they now turn around and said, no, Obi is the problem of Nigeria. It is Obi that want to divide people in Nigeria. APC and PDP are the best for Nigeria. Anything that has to do with obedience who are trying to chase PDP and APC, they are enemies of Nigeria. No be waiting you have today be that. All the cash TVists. Woman rise, and cash TVists. Suddenly, PDP and APC, they said all of you should go back to if you want to really do anything, there is no party that has any structure like PDP and APC. You can never defeat PDP and APC. People always said if they found any, suddenly they said nobody could defeat them. You know me, I be the diary. Now me they pull everything together for you. That is why you will see that majority of you all have your preferences. No be so? But me, where are they here? They watch everybody, they preach sanctimoniously. You know those ones who are actually like a pro-Nigeria, pro-PDP, pro-APC. They finally found something that they can see as an excuse why they don't believe that APC and PDP, anybody can defeat them. They saw them defeated. Yeah. You defeated them, APC, PDP, trounced them everywhere. That they have to resort to their old way of doing things. Look at that now. Can't be like a fish bone that is stuck in their throat. They can't swallow it. They can't vomit it out. You shame them, PDP, APC. Imagine if those ones who were like a motivational speaker a few years ago, all of us will be saying, all of us don't like government. All of us hate government, bad government. All of us, you know what I mean? Until election came. They started defining how much they like or don't like. Our motivational speaker. You shamed everybody. If they allowed fair play, by now, PDP, APC, there will be history. Trust me. We saw it. But But look at those who are now attacking you. Now, those who agreed, PDP was very corrupt. APC was very corrupt and evil. They said that to you a few years back. Oh. Today, they are now attacking you, fighting you. They said you are now the evil. Now you be the problem of Nigeria. Obedient, you are the problem. All these people are the problem. What is all this? They must stop Obi. Stop Obi for who? For PDP, Abi APC. Now here are they. Oh. Now here are they. Everything they happen for my front like this. So, as your general overseer, I see people's hypocrisy when they switch off and on. Like the Dakudaji, no NEPA, your NEPA light in Nigeria. I've been a PHCN, power holding. I have seen people switch like weather on this platform many times. Unfortunately, now this obedient movement time, come expose the people that you believe that they will never do anything that will be tantamount, that will be tantamount to any movement that is out to crush the establishment. Now, this obedient movement expose everything. Everybody can't define reason to attack them. Everybody define reason. Just any reason. Obi is Igbo. Obi is talking to Christian. Obi is this and that. They just need something. But who is the gainer? Who wins? The establishment. We don't kill everybody since. And like I said, I have seen many of you switch, change, like Nigeria NEPA lights. I have seen many of you change and switch in your hypocrisy, including some of you on this platform, on this Temple of Truth. I have seen so many of you, but some of you are so good in hiding that hypocrisy too. I'll give you examples. You know me, what I understand about injustice is that injustice doesn't have friends. You don't understand? Even people where they do injustice to you now, in an unjust society, they are also going to be victims themselves. You don't get it. When somebody uses the power that they have to subdue you or subject you and take away your freedom, because they can do that. But it is because the system allows it, an unjust system, where somebody can just order the killings of people. They will give it a name and say, they are this, kill them. No investigation, no nothing. Nobody is said responsible. They kill them because they just feel like they should kill them because they're doing something that they feel like is bad. Injustice everywhere is the reason why Nigeria is breaking apart. But a lot of you would like to cherry pick. You know where I'm going? I'll tell you. Everybody knows that, for example, the day, even before the NSAS protest, where we have seen police brutality, like, it was like almost the same. I mean, same every time. Everyone, whether you are PDP, whether you are APC, whether you don't even believe in any of them, or whether you are Christian, or what have you have experienced the police brutality or police corruption at different stage of time of your lives in this Nigeria, which means it has no respect for you. But because Nigeria is so divided, and it is to the advantage of the criminal politicians for you to stay divided. What are the things dividing you? The unseen hatred. The transfer of hatred, transfer of aggression. If I don't like these people, then all of you should not like them. Even if they are being unjustifiably or unlawfully dealt with, the state, but because we don't like them, it's none of my business, Jare, let them kill them. When they were killing the Shiites, now Nigerians, they give excuse for the killers, the Nigerian government that was killing them. They were killing armless people, children, women, armless people. They know they have nothing. They slaughtered over 1,400 of them. Now Nigerians, they explain why. Do you want them to become Boko Haram? What do you want? No government will open their eyes and watch anybody to become another Boko Haram. When your government is actually the Boko Haram, your government is the one sponsoring the Fulani terrorists. All the kidnappers are here and there. Now your politicians, they sponsor them. Your policemen organize kidnappers too. Do you not know that? So we cannot afford that. They killed innocent people. Nobody is said responsible. Showore, And so I'll keep reminding you because I want you to understand what it means, what injustice truly means. You see, injustice, listen to me, injustice is not only pronounced when it is done to you or the people you like. When people you don't like fall under injustice because you don't like, he's APC supporter. Oh, me in die jare. All these APC people made them. Sure, you get? Because you are now cherry picking who deserves horrible things to happen to them because you don't like them. Forgetting the fact that you are just a waiting victim too. But unfortunately, Nigeria has turned to that too. And I'm not here to change your mind. So don't try to begin to be defensive. I'm not here to change your mind. I'm just telling you the reality, what Nigeria has become. They were killing innocent people in eastern Nigeria. Majority of you fed fat on the propaganda. You helped them justify the killings. Nobody asked for a proper investigation to discover what is really going on in eastern Nigeria. You make up stories for them. You justify and legalize the killings. And they enjoyed it too. You gave them the cover-up. Now Nigerians, they justify that. Inside this same Nigeria courts, different courts, said Nigerian government should release Nnamdi Kanu. A lot of you today, even though I am telling you that you are seeing it, but you think it won't happen to you. It can happen to us. This is how we are different. You are not different. When you are existing in an unjust society, you are doing yourself a serious harm. If you think, the injustice will get to those you don't like only. I'm coming, A court said Nnamdi Kanu should be released as far back as September 2022. A court in Nigeria. And they refused to release him. In fact, some of you said he must not be released. So they want to release him to stop Peter Obi from becoming president. The injustice to you, he deserves it. Let him die. Let them kill him. Kill all of them. Because to you, as long as it's not you now. So what happened? But in that same court, there are thousands like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in those courts. In those prisons, who have been denied the same justice. But it's not happening to you. Why should you raise alarm? You are a good person, Abi. Law-abiding citizen. You don't get any yawa. Then you can begin to now pick on yourselves. That is where I'm going. Take a look at the mess the Nigeria police is now making of Seun Kuti. Look at yourselves, by the way. Look at yourself right now and think about how many fingers you have actually pointed and what you have wished should have happened to somebody like Seun. And most of them are coming from the position of, I don't like him. I hate him with passion. You are saying you hated somebody. And this is coming from the political disagreement. Like I said, I'm not here to convince you. I'm just saying that it goes two ways. Today, before now, somebody like Seun, and like people like him, who are still very much like feeling somehow that since it is the turn of you, the obedient, for everybody to hate. You know why I use those examples? Because some of you obedient too, you were screaming at the top of your lungs. Hey, we know it. Oh, they want us. That is why they want to release Nnamdi Kanu. So Nnamdi Kanu will tell Igbos not to vote. Nigeria, this. You were so eager for Nigeria to reject that court judgment. Yeah, if your conscience is currently pricking you, telling you that, but that's what I'm saying. All you needed is just one but. Just one but. Because what we are talking about right now is somebody you don't like. Abi, it goes both ways, yo. Sure you get. And when the obedient started fighting for this political disruption that has happened to Nigeria, a lot of those who chose to hate them or hate on them, gaslight them, they will tell you confidently, I hate disobedience. But guess what? the obedient says they are fighting for the better Nigeria. And if Nigeria is better, it is for everybody's good, right? Nobody in Nigeria today will deny that APC and all this your political class, they have ruined everything. And if there's anything at all to try as a last chance to save Nigeria, it shouldn't come from these two groups. But look at it today. Do you remember when it was convenient to gaslight the IPOB members? Basically, because of everything you heard about them. I saw them, they are on social media. I saw video, they said this and that. But in a working country, in a real country, those who are using the names of the organization to perpetuate crime, even if they are members of the organization, at least as Nigeria is, if it was a real country, now Nigeria go fish out those who are criminals, hiding under the names. Not Nigeria using them, empowering some of them and giving them the name IPOB, giving them guns to go and perpetuate crimes, so as to suit the narrative that says we are killing them because we don't want them to become Boko Haram. We are killing them because we don't want them to turn around and then begin to, you know what I mean? You are not interested in any investigation that shows that it is actually a political criminology or what have you going on in that part of Nigeria. Nobody is interested in any investigation. Just pack any youth, pack 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 7 of all these young people, put them together, beat them up, bloody their faces, and put up some other incriminating evidence or what have you in front of them, call them IPOB. That's the narrative. What happened after that? Nothing. They lock them up and they start extorting their family. The narrative is just to let you know that if we kill them, or kill anybody, or burn down houses, or burn... You see, they are looking for people. They say they are looking for unknown gunmen with guns. But they go to civilian communities in eastern Nigeria. I'm talking about communities with aged people, women, children, old people in their homes. And Nigerian army, they will start burning the properties. They will start burning them inside the house. Those who come out like terrorists, they will start shooting and killing them. All of these are underreported because if you are not in eastern Nigeria, whether you are Igbo or non-Igbo, if you have not been regular in eastern Nigeria, if you have just been a visitor, the narrative of the eastern Nigeria is terrorized by them. Or whoever they say is right, will kind of sit well with you. So nobody is asking for any investigation. They said, I know it. I have been to Igbo land for 15 years. I lived there. What I am saying is that you believe what they want you to believe. And because of that, nobody is even asking for a genuine investigation into what is going on in eastern Nigeria, despite public evidence that shows that it is all political. And to make it better, justify the killings of the innocent people, they blame IPOB. Do you know that I can spend a whole week trying to make you understand how much you have believed their lies so much that you are living the fear that they have projected on you. And the name IPOB means so much fear to some of you, even those of you who are Igbos. So it's easier when they tell you that we are killing them because you know that what they are doing is anti-Igbo. You see that they are like kidnapping people. You see that they are attacking people. You see that they are breaking jail. You see this and that. So we are killing them for you. Do you see how easy that work? So today, they are calling for the death on obedience. Guess those who are now kind of saying, Abba, they are those who are former victims too. So, Seun, Showore, and many of you have your own different camps. You are existing today because of the failed country. Now, if you therefore now turn on yourselves, like I said, a lot of you have been like that too. Kill IPOB, kill all of them, some of you are still saying that till today. IPOB caused damages. IPOB, the damage that IPOB has caused for eastern Nigeria. Now I don't know if Igbos will recover again. Is that not what they tell you to be repeating? Is that not what the same thing the Fulanis are saying? The Hausas are saying? The non-Igbos are saying, Abi? This IPOB, this, but yet, Boko Haram from northern Nigeria, hasn't destroyed the chances of a northerner leading Nigeria. Abi? Boko Haram, it hasn't destroyed the chances of Muslims from becoming president of or leading Nigeria. Abi? Fulani terrorists that left northern Nigeria, terrorizing the southern Nigeria, they have not destroyed the chances of northerners from leading Nigeria. Fulani terrorists that they want to take the land for in southern Nigeria for Ruga, cattle colony, open grazing. All those crimes and our people that have been slaughtered by Fulani terrorists. All of that one. In Yoruba lando, in Igbo lando, as far as Ijo lando, all those committed crimes, they have not affected the chances of northerners from leading Nigeria. Now, the IPOB that is asking for a referendum to determine whether Igbos want to be part of Nigeria or they don't want to be part of Nigeria anymore. They are those who have now ruined the chances of the Igbo people. You, Igbo man or Igbo woman, you are repeating that too, Abi? And you don't think you have been brainwashed. Out of Nigerian 63 years existence, the northern Nigeria have ruled Nigeria for at least, this is how I do the calculation, 63 years. Obasanjo, 11 years. Jonathan, 5 years. Shonekon, 3 months. So call it 16 years, 5 months. That is how long Southerners have been in power out of 63 years. Oh yeah, remove 16 out of 63 now. What do you get? 47. No be so? 47 years of Nigeria independence. Northern Nigeria have ruled Nigeria for 47 years. For 47 years, they destroyed Nigeria. There has never been an Igbo man elected president of Nigeria, ever. But all these people who destroyed Nigeria, looted Nigeria, even caused civil war, killed Nigerians. All of this didn't destroy the chances of Northern Nigeria from leading Nigeria. Now the Igbo, now the Obi has destroyed the chances of Igbo. Igbos cannot be trusted again. In fact, for people to trust Igbos again in Nigeria, it will take forever. Then let them go. No, but they don't want you to trust them. Let them go. Anyway, so attacking and then attacking yourselves, like I said, the obedient, all of you who are obedient, who kind of joined those who said releasing Nnamdi Kanu was against your interest. He should stay in that jail. They can release him after. Do you see what injustice feels like? Do you see what gaslighting feels like? Do you see what it feels like when people are writing things, imaginary things, projecting things, and committing crimes and labeling you criminals? Imagine. Do you know what it feels? You know what it feels when the state, the structure of Nigeria is being wielded against you? Do you know what it feels? That's exactly what the IPOB have suffered. Yeah, that's what they have suffered for 8 years. Nigeria's system is waged against them. They proscribed them. Boko Haram is not proscribed though. Fulani terrorists are not proscribed in Nigeria. These are people who have slaughtered 63,111 people. They are not proscribed. Delegation was sent to America. Money were paid to lobby congressmen and women in America in order to help them in America to sanction IPOB and call them a terrorist organization. They failed. They were profiling Igbos, killing them in Nigeria because of IPOB. So that is what is called state-sponsored terrorism. That's what IPOB has been facing. I'm not asking you to like them. But what I'm saying is that, do you now see what they are waging against you? Obedience and Peter Obi. Do you see how they are twisting things against Obi? Do you see all the lies and propagandas? Do you see how they seem so coordinated? Do you see how the international part of it is also coming in now? Do you see how they are trying to gaslight you, set you and call you what you are not? You have been the ones being attacked. You have been the ones who have been killed because of election, no? You have been the ones who have been received different body, what do you call it? Injuries. You have been the ones that everybody wake up every day to find something to say about because of you obedient. A lot of them renew their hatred for Igbos. They don't even see any other Nigerian as obedient. They believe that all of you are Igbos. Do you see how they are facing you? Okay, that's what I want you to think. Yeah, that's exactly what you have helped them to do to IPOB, to the point that they won in court and they denied them that justice. Do you see it now? You think it's not the same? Oh, injustice have no friend. Here you get. You cannot cherry pick it. But as it is, life, they say, is a teacher. The more you live, the more you learn. So, I want you to use that narrative I just gave to you now to now think about what you have said about Seun Kuti. I want you to use that to think, just for a moment. How do you think your reactions? Because you see, this is an open case. Seun slapped a police officer. That's a very straight, open case. Are you with me? A lot of us would have possibly, I expected them to, well, take him to court. He will defend himself, and the whole thing will be over within 24 or 48 hours. So if he's going to do community service, if they are going to say because of his personal recognition and every other thing that the law allows, by now, if na jail, they won't send them. If na appeal, he won't appeal. Sure, you get? There is no point in Nigeria police to do what they normally do best. Abuse their privilege. Go rogue. Abuse the right. Because no matter what happened, just like the policeman have his own right, Seun also have his own right too. So think about what you have said to him because of what he has said. And I hope majority of you who are not obedient too, who are waking up every day, and then you are telling yourself, now me and this obedient today, I will show them, they shouldn't say they're mad, I will attack them today. You are attacking yourselves. The more you try to destroy yourselves, the more you try to kind of stand up against those you think are not doing it right or what have you, you are helping the establishment. And guess what? When the injustice happen, it won't spare anybody. Just like Seun too. So I'm using this one to tell you that now, Seun, as much as he grew up watching the Nigerian system brutalize his family, especially his father, I don't think with what he has done for himself musically, like I said, think about what you have said to him at the point because of you don't like him, or because of what he has said about you, the obedient, what he has said about Obi. And then you take all of that out and realize and then feel like, if he hadn't said anything about Obi, would I have reacted the same way? This is how I handle kind of anger. 2, would you have said the same thing if he didn't say all of this about, if he didn't go into that social media rage with all of you? If he didn't say all those horrible, horrible things he said, would you have wished him what the Nigerian police are doing to him right now? Because I don't like him. I have told you many times, I may not like all these your criminal politicians. I don't hate them. Because hate is a very powerful word. If you say you hate someone, that means, if you have a chance of killing and shooting them, you will do it without blinking. And I'm not that kind of cold-hearted. I can't even, I don't even know if I can even kill a chicken anymore. I'm serious. So I would rather, when I expose the wrongs they are doing, what I expect is that in a working system, people like that should be in jail for all they have done. And that's the right thing. But Nigeria won't punish them. Nigeria will reward them. So when I look at people and they say things, including, you see, all these Buhari Dins, Buhari Diderins, the Buhari Dinotus, Buhari Dijatus, the Buhari Shukus, Ngozi Aris, Nneka Aris, sophisticated morons, ombud slaves, even including some of you there, the Lagos Abobakus, Oshogbo Alimajiris. Your uncles and aunties abroad like that. No matter what I say, I will never wish you evil. In fact, mine is to help you see the danger that you are caught in. If you see them, fine. If you don't see them, also fine, great. But mine is, if you see them, maybe you will change them. You changing them will likely, you kind of seize the oxygen from the life of these freeloaders, these chancers that you call politicians. It's just an eye-opener. I will never wish anybody evil. There are some certain things you don't even wish on your enemies. Oh, I hate you so much. I want you to die. I want you. No. Come on. Their death or incarceration, they will never change anything. They will never make Nigeria better. They will never make you get a better deal from Nigeria, because Nigeria is fucked. So people like Seun and co that have used their freedom to attack their fellow freedom fighters, because according to them, he didn't like you. So Nigerian police are now free to do whatever they like with him. So I am not saying they can't do what they want to, they can do whatever, but do you not see why Nigeria is really messed up? Everybody hates everyone. Everybody hates themselves. Everybody is looking for an advantage to take a pound of flesh from one another. Government hates the people. Your leaders hate you. Many of you hate your leaders. Everybody is looking for a chance to use the dagger and stab one another. Police hate their citizens. Everybody they keep malice, anger, rage. If I catch you, if we come and get you, we will beat you to kill day. So Seun's case is an open case. Sure, you get. It's like when you have a traffic violation. Sure, you get. When you have a traffic violation, you either pay a fine or you go to jail. If you assault a police officer, it is a bailable offense. So which means you either pay a fine or you go to jail. That's how the law works. But in Nigeria, the police will deliberately seize you. The police will deliberately keep you. And they will keep you there for the purpose of mental sort of torture. Mental torture to dehumanize you. Now, I am addressing Seun just like the same way I will address anybody. There's nothing special about him. Sure, you get. Take out all those, what have you, okay? Seun is Seun. Seun may, or those who know Seun may see Seun as a privileged person. He is not privileged. There are many, many of you like that in Nigeria today, that you think because you are not poor, you are privileged. You are not. Every one of you will become a victim of that system. But it's just a matter of time to find out when and how is it going to be like. The system will torture you. The system will try to psychologically destroy you. So at the end of the day, by the time you are done with them, you will want to be friends with your torturers. Everything will be done illegally. Is that not how they treat us? If you are not Kuti, if you are not Seun, if you are not anything, once they grab you for absolute nothing, they will treat you like a piece of rag. This is one of the reasons why people are feeling like Nigerians are worthless in their own country, the way their police treat them. So those who have names will never in their life dream of being treated that way. But it is a delusion. You are lying to yourself. They say, go and make money. Once you make money, make connection so that you can stay protected. No, you are not protected. You are living an illusion. In a system where corruption lives, where corruption is actually the order of the day, illegality and criminality in high places, everybody is a victim, even if your papa na Tinubu. You see, everybody. Buhari's son will be a victim too someday. Everybody will be a victim of an unjust system. You may be kind of safer today or think you are when you are not. So they are doing the same thing to Seun, and it's actually a good one to show to you that the police in Nigeria, just like they have with everybody, they are they have a grudge against you as a Nigerian. You know that? If you are poor in Nigeria, the police will automatically feel like, or you, probably if you haven't noticed, you will notice that it's like the police hate you. The police will say, hey, stop! Park! Sir, officer, sorry, are we Park! Say, we not fight. We know the fight now. You can still say, hey, hi, good afternoon. Could you please pull over? I'm going to check your paper. Which one is Park? I will shoot you. Kilo day. We are just trying to park. Officer, which one is I will shoot you? I will shoot you. It's like they hate you. And every time, every opportunity they have, if you dress well in Nigeria, you'll be arrested by the police. Why? Because you dress nice. Why would you dress fine? What is so funny in Nigeria that you're dressing nice? Why are you smelling good? There's something about you not right. So you just feel like what's going on? But if you have small money, and they know they see the kind of car you are bringing, poor policemen, they'll begin to adjust. They'll begin to hide their gun. They'll hide their gun. Or the one that is not with gun will be the one to come and see you. If the AC, when you wind down your window, if the AC, the air conditioner in your car, comes out so cold, it's right there under the scorching sun, sweating in his black uniform. Say, this one go get money. Say, how are you, sir? How is family? How is business, sir? How is your trip? Well done, sir. Well, anything for the boys, so we are just here to, even if you are carrying a dead body in your trunk, in your boots, they will smile. Sure you get. So if you are poor in Nigeria, it's like the system is there to hate you. They will look at you and say, hey, I will shoot you. Nobody will ask. I will kill you here. Nothing will happen. Yes. So a fella's son who could have posted a bond, a bail bond, in a working system. Nobody saying no go jail. For the father, he slapped police officer, and they take him to court. Now from that court, he will post his bond, bail bond, which means the court will adjourn for them to come and defend himself. Sometimes, if he has a good lawyer, they will call something called out of court deal. It's an open end case. But Nigeria will never treat it that way because Nigeria is a piece of work. So they took Seun to his house. After first, they took him to a magistrate court in Lagos without telling his lawyers, secretly. So he had no representative. Let's use Seun now. And when I say Seun, I want you to remove that privilege Seun that you always have in your mind. That Seun, strongman Seun, leave that for now. I want you to see Seun the same, so that you can know that they're exactly the same way they treat people who have no second name, like Kuti or anybody. So they took him to a court, a magistrate court, and they charged him for assaulting police officer. Then they now asked the court that they want to keep him in order to continue their investigation because the police officer that Seun slapped is now in coma. So they are trying to revive him and waiting for him to wake up. And because Seun is very aggressive, when they saw the video of how Seun slap, so they want to keep him for 4 days. His lawyer was not there. And the magistrate court granted them that. So they took Seun back. Remember, Friday, it was a week ago that the incident happened. Seun reported himself voluntarily at the police station with his lawyer. And then they arrested him at in the spot. Now, his lawyers are not allowed to file for his bail. Sure you get. Now, asking for 4 days to hold him, they are also asking for another 21 days. For those of you who saw how they treated Omoyele Sowore when they first kidnapped him too. Remember? They will always put it in. John, we are going to ask for extension. 2 weeks. 21 days. We're going to ask for another 21 days. And that was how they kept Sowore for. Sure, you get, but at least people knew where Sowore was being kept and they knew the court they were taking him to. In the case of Seun, the police were taking him to magistrate court. And they are hiding that mostly from his lawyers. The Nigerian way. However, when they also felt like, okay, you know what? We also want to check whether, they said they want to check whether Seun was under the influence of alcohol, influence of drug or any banned substance or substances. They decided to take Seun and they started drawing his blood. They wanted to do blood test because he slapped police officer out. Now, after taking his blood, they now said they were going to his house to go and search his house for evidence of how he slapped the police officer. I know a lot of you said Seun that will be smoking his joint on live Instagram. He no care, he no mind, they know that he smoke Igbo. If you go to Kalakuta Republic, the Fela Shrine, that's what they do there officially. So if you now have to go to Fela's son's house, and you are going there to see if you are not going to see any weed. And what they wanted is they are looking for evidence to prove that Seun committed the crime of slapping police officer under the influence of drugs. Hello? Like all of these things, first you will need a warrant, and that warrant can be contested if his lawyers are there. But all of these are not really as straightforward as they are. So they went to his house, and if you see Seun, this was about 2 days ago, he has emaciated, and you can see it clearly. They said he is now the GO of his own cell block in police detention because he gave them 25,000 naira when he entered their cell since Monday, and they made him the GO. Omo, if I go Nigeria, if they arrest me, I'm guaranteed that some people will recognize me, and if it's about money, I'll give them money to buy that, and they will make me GO. Some will be like, some will kind of feel like, no, Baba, you don't need any money. We know you, Mayegun. Welcome to the party. But I'm not coming to that party yet. So, Seun's house. Let me see if I still have that clip. Yeah, I think I still do. I showed you yesterday, didn't I? I want you to take a look at Seun, same Seun. Now, the whole thing right now is like the Nigerian police is now out to even like destroy him as much as possible. Seun was supposed to be on tour, his musical tour. I heard that he was supposed to be in Spain yesterday. This wahala has caused his absence. A lot of other artists that were supposed to be in Spain with him, they are already hashtagging free Seun Kuti, free Seun Kuti. Nigeria policemen, they were looking for weed inside Seun's house. So back in their base, look at what Seun looks like now.
You guys should please, I beg. I just.
Right? So the point here is this. We all know that Nigerian police will leave the right thing, and at the end of the day, they will until they are satisfied. Do you see what it looks like there? Although Seun may want to kind of be, I'm a man, I'm this and that. See, when we continue to turn on ourselves like this, because Mayegun wants Yoruba nation, Osita wants Biafra, okay? And who else is here? Lady Sham, he wants a working Nigeria with Peter Obi as president. You, Salisu, you want Tinubu to be president of Nigeria because of the shitty man. Abi? Oh, sorry. Yeah, because that's not going to work with what I wanted to say. Because now we they talk about, not you. But what I'm trying to say is that look at you, the revolution now. You feel like Shore has the best idea, and all of us this way, we have all these different things, right? And it's because of a failed country called Nigeria, failed policies by the APC, divisive one of APC, right? So if you then continue to turn on yourselves, as some of you fancy, you enjoy it a lot. And like I said, I'm not here to convince you, okay? I just want to get you thinking, right? Attacking yourselves is pretty much like, or whenever the establishment go for any of us. But because I don't like, because I want Yoruba nation. I don't like you because you want one Nigeria with obedient. You want Biafra. I don't like you because you want what? You know what I mean? You want revolution now. At the end of the day, you realize that all of us have one thing in common. The establishment that pushed all of us to this stage. Now, if we rejoice when the establishment start taking people one by one, and all you need is just to justify why they must be taken. I don't know when the bond a lot of you are talking about is going to be built, but I just thought you should begin to think about that. The police are now going excessively now. So at the end of the day, by the time the whole case finally appear in court, they will say the police have bundled everything, they have bungled everything. So the punishment for slapping a police officer will never happen. But
èròǹjà èrò ọrọ̀ ajé tó pọ̀lọ̀jàrà ní ìpínlẹ̀ náà. Ó sọ̀rọ̀ ìdánilójú yìí ní Ògùtà nígbà tó ń ṣíde gbígbẹ́ omi adágún Ògùtà.
Sorry. And nothing happened. Sorry. This is this.
Èròǹjà èrò ọrọ̀ ajé tó pọ̀lọ̀jàrà ní ìpínlẹ̀ náà. Ó sọ̀rọ̀ ìdánilójú yìí ní Ògùtà nígbà tó ń ṣíde gbígbẹ́ omi adágún Ògùtà.
Would have been affected. Hello there. Omomola freeze Neo. I just say I'll show you the $50 million NTA. Sorry, Jeremy lady. That lady that was reading the news there. Yeah, it's terrible. It was an accident. And that's the $50 million, $500 million NTA of Layamo. So what I was saying there is that, you see, when we kind of feel cool, when the establishment take people out, and, no matter what happened. So what happened at the end of the day is that Seun will get away with this whole thing to start with. You get, no matter any law they say he has broken, they will finally do their usual settlement. Lawyers will get his bail, and then you won't hear anything about it anymore, right? While the policemen, the satisfaction they will get from it will be, that's Seun Kuti, will be Seun Kuti. Even Showore, you see, Showore was talking about how some of these policemen, DSS, they will take turn just to mock him, to beat him in their cell. They will just say, go and bring that Showore Jare. Let's mock him. So they will say, go and bring him. DSS officers. So they will bring Showore out and they will start mocking him. If he begin to kind of protest, they will start beating him. They will start beating him like Showore. They know you be this Aluta Oshiwo back inside their cell for fun. So the policemen are not looking for justice. Yeah, they want to take turn to say, no be Seun Kuti. Where that Seun Kuti self? Go and bring me that Seun Kuti. Go and bring him. I open down my stout. Open that stout for me. Go and bring Seun Kuti. Hello, Seun. How are you, Seun? You, Seun. When I was a little boy, I used to come to your father's shrine. Your father was our mentor. Why do you have to put yourself in all this? Seun. We are doing everything anyway. We are working on it. We're working on it. I just hope that, Seun, when you go back out there, you will behave and remember the son of who you are. You see, you know what the point I'm trying to make? At the end of the day, nobody say Seun's on the first one. No. There are still so many of your cash TVs, as well as some other pretentious establishment, bodies. All those of them who just kind of feel like there's nothing wrong if I just wake up every day to attack those who are also fighting the system that I am fighting or I am pretending to be fighting. So one day, you will be that victim. That's why I'm saying it to you right now. It doesn't make any sense, right? To think that when you see the establishment doing their thing, and you begin to feel like, well, if it is not happening to the people I like, then they deserve it. But nobody deserves it, oh. That you don't like them doesn't mean that they deserve any of this treatment, oh. Because it is the same thing. Some people don't like you too. Do you know that? You haven't done anything wrong. I mean, like, you haven't hurt anybody, have you? You have been reacting to what Nigeria has become. You are not happy with it. You have been expressing yourselves. Some people are abusing and attacking you. You have been attacking them back. You have been fighting. They don't like you. If they hear something happen to you tomorrow, they're going to say, you deserve it. I know. But you should begin to probably be that change, that difference, right? That to say, nobody is spared. I think I've used all my time. Even though I still have a few things I want to say, I have used all my time. I want to take calls. But before I take calls, I want to say thank you to all of you who are now, putting money together for my, for my Sony camera. So hopefully I'm going to order the camera on Tuesday. But let me give you the update. I'm sorry that, I don't have the right phone to read out the names of my current gifters. Those who gave me, as support. I got all your donations, okay? But those ones who actually came as cash, the ones that I can really touch, like PayPal, right? Or Cash App, right? So I have received so far £1,100 cash. Now, the ones that I will have to wait for, I have about £600 of that. One of them is, on YouTube. I won't get that until next month. Here you get until June. So which means that the immediate cash I have right now has taken me halfway. So if I must be honest, right, with another £1,300 sterling, right, 1,300, I will be displaying that my camera here in another, in the next few days or maybe 1 or 2 weeks. So thank you so much to every one of you who has chipped in and continue. I don't, doesn't matter how much you have. Trust me, the intention of you having to say, Mayegu will buy it for you is enough for me. So thank you. I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea. Now, when I get back, I'll take calls so that you can react to all of this Ulabalu, Abinabalu, or Bulaba. But don't forget, like this broadcast, okay? Like it. Yeah. We had over 3,000 of us earlier on YouTube and over 500 of us on Facebook. Now we are dropping down. Now it's getting to that part where people will begin to say, okay, I don't want to listen to the calls. I've had enough. Fair enough. Before you leave, right? Like the broadcast. Okay? Thank you. So I will be back in about 30 minutes.
They
dey ṣàfẹ́ mi lọ́kàn. Like they say, Baba we nowhere, he dey ṣàfẹ́ mi lọ́kàn. Èmi lọ́kàn, he dey ṣàfẹ́ mi lọ́kàn. Like they say, like they say, Baba we nowhere, he dey ṣàfẹ́ mi lọ́kàn. Èmi lọ́kàn, Baba we nowhere, he dey ṣàfẹ́ mi lọ́kàn. Like they say, Baba we nowhere, he dey ṣàfẹ́ mi lọ́kàn. Èmi lọ́kàn, he dey ṣàfẹ́ mi lọ́kàn. Like they say, he dey ṣàfẹ́ mi lọ́kàn. Like they say, Baba we nowhere, he dey ṣàfẹ́ mi lọ́kàn. Èmi lọ́kàn, Baba we nowhere, he dey ṣàfẹ́ mi lọ́kàn. Like they say, Baba we nowhere, he dey ṣàfẹ́ mi lọ́kàn. Èmi lọ́kàn, he dey ṣàfẹ́ mi lọ́kàn. Like they say, Baba we nowhere, he dey ṣàfẹ́ mi lọ́kàn. Èmi lọ́kàn. Like they say, Baba we nowhere, he dey ṣàfẹ́ mi lọ́kàn. Èmi lọ́kàn, Baba we nowhere, he dey ṣàfẹ́ mi lọ́kàn. Like they say.